a beautiful job. Matter of fact, Mrs. Halliburton called up and asked if you'd do her yard.
I don't care what it costs. Let's get Mr. Wu back.
Dad, I don't think he's going to be spreading too much manure since he won the lottery.
Speaking of manure.
Yard work in the spring. A classic slice of vintage Americana. And might I add, it's the perfect day for it.
Then why don't you go home and mow your lawn, Eddie?
Yeah, my wife's doing mine. Of course, that's an option you don't have. Mrs. Cleaver, you've always been a woman of great foresight. Now sign here, and your clout with the city council will assure victory for the people of Mayfield.
Oh, yes, thank you, Eddie. But why do I get the feeling that I don't want to sign that?
You wound me. This is simply a petition to get rid of those annoying speed bumps in front of the grammar schools. They're ruining the shocks on my truck.
How can you compare your shock absorbers to the safety of a small child?
Easy. They're $49 a pair against some kid I don't even know.
Oh, I'll sleep on it.
That's okay. No hard feelings. See, it's a big sweeping J. Hey, sign this, Beeve. You do remember how to spell Theodore, don't you? Mrs. Halliburton. Might I say, widowhood does become you. Mrs. Halliburton. Wait a minute, Mrs. Halliburton.
Kip. Now tell me, does that person look vaguely familiar to you?
Why, yes. He looks dangerously close to the kid who was supposed to help us with the yard work 2 hours ago.
Oh, was that today?
Oliver, just because you're on spring vacation doesn't mean you don't have to do your chores.
Right. I'll tell you what. I'll go right upstairs, wash up, and I'll come right down and help you with the yard work.
Oliver, what are you doing?
Practicing my moonwalk.
You know, when I was a kid, walking like that only meant one thing. I was trying to hide something in my back pocket.
Gee, Dad. I can't get anything past you. I found this comb in the street. I'm just gonna keep it.
A slingshot.
No, Dad, not a slingshot. A wrist rocket.
I don't care what they call them nowadays. They're only good for two things: breaking windows and putting people's eyes out.
No, Dad. Slingshots were used in the Bible to do the Lord's work. Come on, Kip. Tell him. There's nothing wrong with them.
Well,
Do you have any idea what a marble fired from a weapon like this can do?
A marble? Good idea. I've been using rocks.
End of discussion.
But, Dad, wait. You had a slingshot when you were a kid, didn't you?
And my dad took it away from me, just like I'm doing now.
But why?
Because I said so.
Thanks for sticking up for your kid brother.
come on, Ollie. I mean, you had no shot. I mean, why get mad at both of us, right? I'm still working on getting a car.
I hope he buys you a Pinto. Face it, Kelly. Our parents treat us like babies.
Not all the time.
Oh, yeah? All right, then why does your dad still tell you to go to the bathroom before a long trip?
I guess I got my mom's kidneys.
And your mom. I mean, just a minute ago, when you were making the sandwiches, be careful with the knife, honey. It's sharp. Oh, really?
Now that you mention it.
And my dad, too. He still baits my hook when we go fishing.
Yeah, and my mom still lays my clothes on my bed when we're gonna go someplace nice.
And how about this one? You know how they always say, be careful when we go on bike rides? I mean, what are they afraid we're gonna do? Say, hey, there's a freight train. Let's see if we can beat it to the crossing.
Kelly, I got them. 4 box seats to see the Lipizzan stallions.
All right!
What?
Oh, it's like a circus. There's these beautiful white horses, and they jump through fire and do all kinds of things.
Ollie, I'm sorry. I just couldn't get any more. Otherwise, you know we'd love to take you to.
Oh, that's okay. You know, I'd probably ride my bike in front of him and get trampled.
Kelly, will you clean up this room?
Now?
Yes, now.
What are you doing?
Cleaning my room.
Why?
Because my mom told me to.
Right. And if your mom told you to jump off a cliff, would you?
She'd never ask me to do that. She gets nervous just watching me pour hot chocolate.
Kelly. And people thought I was the immature one. Don't you get it? We are just the puppets, and they are pulling the strings.
Hey, I argued. Didn't you hear me say, now?
Yeah, right. Look, I want you to do something for me. Go take a good look in your mom's and dad's bedroom. Then come back and tell me what you see.
Now?
Well?
Their room is just as messy as mine. How did you know?
Kelly, a parent is a parent is a parent. They just want to bug you. And whenever you ask them why, all they say is, because I said so.
Procrastinator, why do it now when you can do it later?
Mom, I'll clean my room.
Well, don't tell me. Show me.
I don't see what the big deal is. I think my room looks fine. Don't you, Wally?
Oh, yeah. It's a real neat room.
Kelly, I don't think you understand. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you.
But I like it this way.
I see. Oliver, don't you have something better to do?
Oh, no, nothing better than this.
I think you should go, Oliver.
No, Wally, stay.
Leave, Oliver.
Oh, whatever you say, Aunt Mary Ellen. You got it right where you want her.
Well,
Abraham Lincoln abolished slavery a long time ago.
that's true. And then that night he went upstairs and made his children clean up their rooms.
But, Mom, you always tell me not to compare our family with others.
Kelly, I don't know what got into you. I spent 2 hours standing in line to get tickets for something I think you'll enjoy, and this is the thanks I get?
It's my room, and I'll clean it when I want.
Okay, young lady. Then you can stay in this pig pen until your father comes home.
Fine.
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 Hey, honey, we're home.
Oh, hi.
Boy, the slugger was sure something today. He's headed straight for the T-Ball Hall of Fame. You should have seen the stop he made on the screaming line drive.
Mom, do you want to feel my bum?
Oh, wow. That's a good one. We should get you some ice.
Oh, hey, don't worry about the slugger. He's tough as nails.
Well, he's not the only one of our children who has a hard head. Your daughter refused to clean up her room and deliberately defied me.
Well, what'd you tell her?
I told her to wait till her father got home.
Well, honey, maybe you're making too big a deal of this. I mean, it's spring vacation, it's Saturday, and hey, look at our room. I mean, you don't exactly clean like my mother. I'm on my way. Hi.
Hi.
Your mom is under the impression that you refuse to clean up your room.
I know.
What would give her that idea?
I told her.
You mind telling me why?
I just didn't feel like cleaning it.
Well, now, honey, what do you think would happen if I just didn't feel like going to work every day?
No one's making you.
Well, they don't have to make me, because I accept my responsibilities.
Then how come your room looks as bad as mine?
My room is not the issue here, young lady.
Young lady, that's what she called me. Then she treats me like a baby.
Who is she?
What do you think?
You do not call your mother she. Now, as long as you live under this roof, you live by our rules. Do you understand? I want you to clean up this room this minute.
No.
All right, then you can stay up here until you do. Now, that means no TV, no visitors, no Lipizzan stallions, no anything. You can stay up here your whole vacation until you change your attitude. Is that understood, young lady?
Fine.
Fine.
Hi, Ollie. You should have seen it. It was great. My father never knew what hit him. Yeah, I've got him right where I want him now.
Oliver, do you have to do that with your fork?
No.
Oliver.
Hey, did I tell anybody I'm trying out for the school musical?
No.
Oh, that's wonderful. What are they doing this year?
The Music Man. I'm trying out for the lead.
Fat chance.
Oliver, if you don't have anything positive to say tonight, maybe you should just excuse yourself.
Fine. I probably won't have anything positive to say at breakfast either.
This is just ridiculous. We're too nice a family to be carrying on like this. Wally, it's been 2 whole days now. Can't you bring Kelly over for dinner?
Certainly. All she has to do is clean up her room.
Yes, but this has gone on longer than we thought it would. She's never missed family ties before.
Honey, if we cave in now, she'll never listen to us. Believe me, it's important that we stand our ground here.
It's none of my business, but I'm sure there's a more diplomatic way of dealing with this.
Thanks, Mom, but I'll handle this my way.
Well, continued success. Excuse me.
Don't let Mom bother you. I'm with you now. You stand your ground.
What's happening here? All my friends used to say, why can't their families be more like the Cleavers?
Maybe we have been a little rough.
I don't think you've done anything wrong.
Can I say something? I think you guys forget what it's like to be their age. I mean, you keep telling them to act like adults, but then you treat them like babies.
I thought you wanted a car.
Really, Dad? I mean, they're teenagers now. They need to hear a better reason for doing something than because I said so.
Yeah, it was great. You should have been there. You know how they're always talking and laughing about stuff that's not even funny?
Yeah?
Well, nobody said a word.
You're kidding.
No. And then I took my fork and made that scraping noise that makes my dad's face twitch.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Take away my wrist rocket, huh? Tomorrow I'm bringing home a BB gun.
We'll show them. The only way I'm coming out of this room is if they smoke me out.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I snuck something out for you in case you were hungry.
Great, I'm starved.
Careful, it's still kind of hot. It was a baked potato.
Thanks anyway.
I guess you don't want the sour cream. Together.
Come on. All right, here it comes. Coming down the pike.
Try faster this time.
All right.
Come on, put it over.
Hey, Dad.
Hi, guys.
What are you doing home? Mr. Rutherford leave town with his guru again?
No, I'm on my lunch hour. Oliver, I'm glad I caught you.
I didn't do anything.
Look, I know you've been a little upset with me lately, and I wouldn't want you and I to end up like Uncle Wally and Kelly.
So you're gonna give me my wrist rocket back?
No. Actually, I returned it to the store. And I pitched in a few extra bucks, and I got you this.
Wow, a new fishing rod. Hey, Kip, check out the action on this thing.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Hey, Dad. If I come home with a switchblade, would you buy me a car?
Nice car.
Hey, Kip, want to go fishing at Miller's Pond?
Sounds great. Let me get my gear, okay?
Hey, thanks, Dad. You know, I really wasn't that mad at you. It's just... Oh, that Kelly. She got me so worked up.
Traitor. Hi, Grandma.
I brought you some lunch.
Thanks.
You've been up here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know dust could collect like this.
You think I'm crazy, don't you?
No. No, I didn't say that. But I remember when you were a little girl and your parents had put you to bed and you didn't want to go. You'd lie in that bed and cry and kick your feet until they'd let you out. But you know something? You aren't a baby anymore.
But it's not just being stubborn. I'm sticking up for my rights. It's a matter of principle.
I know. And principles mean a lot. But sometimes compromise is even more important. Especially with those we love. Huh? Okay.
Eddie, if you're here to try to get me to sign that petition, forget it.
Hey, no sweat. One walk through the cemetery, I had all the names I needed. Hey, how's the prisoner of Zenda?
Well, unfortunately, she's still holding out.
So, chances are you won't be using those Lipizan Stallion tickets tonight.
Ah, come on, they're in the house.
I gotta hand it to you, Sam. I didn't think you had it in you.
What are you talking about?
Well, I always took you for one of those yuppie weaklings that let their kids walk all over them. But I was wrong. Hey, locking the bad seed up in a room was a stroke of genius. Although, I would have shut her water off by now.
Believe me, Eddie, this wasn't by choice.
Hey, don't be so modest. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm proud of the way you're raising your kids.
Thanks, Eddie. You just showed me what I have to do. See ya.
Hey, Sam, what about my tickets?
Forget it. We're using them.
But I already got a buyer lined up. $50 a piece. Hey, you don't cross a guy like Benny.
Kelly, I don't want to hear any arguments. I want you to get dressed. We are going to the Lipizan Stallions. We're going to have fun and... You cleaned up your room.
Yeah, it was starting to smell like that pie Ollie made for Thanksgiving.
But, honey, why didn't you tell us? You could have missed the horse show.
I know, but I didn't want you to think that that's why I cleaned it.
Well, then why did you?
I started out trying to make a point. But somewhere along the line, I decided that if I wanted to be treated like an adult, I should stop acting like a baby.
So, how can we prevent this from happening again?
Get a maid?
Honey, I know that you feel like you're almost grown up. Yeah, but you still have a ways to go, and sometimes as your parents, your mother and I are going to have to lay down the law.
Yes, but the next time we do, maybe we can try a little harder to explain why.
Then answer me this one. Why is it so important for me to make my bed every morning when I'm just going to mess it up at night again?
Well, Mary Ellen?
Well, then why ever wash your hair?
Or brush your teeth.
Or change your clothes?
Yeah, or...
Okay, I get the point.
You know, your mother and I love you very much, and we just have your best interest at heart. Okay, now you come on and get ready.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Sure, honey.
That's nice, Dad. But I was talking about my phone.
Tonight at 8:05 Eastern, it's the movie that started the madness and years of fun-loving fans. MASH, for the first time on the Superstation. Then at 10:35, who can scheme the most out of the world's silver market? Sybil Shepherd, Michael Caine, and Jay Leno in The Silver Bears. Now Andy Griffith is next on the Superstation.